Gabby, what's all this stuff? What's he making? Thanksgiving dinner? No. Today, I am making a meatball sub. Not just any meatball sub. The best meatball sub that could ever meatball sub in the universe of meatball subs. Anyways, so welcome back, guys. Gabby's on vacation right now, so you won't see her for a couple of episodes, but hopefully she'll be back soon. And I miss them and the lovely assistant, because without them, it's hard to do this, man. It took me like 2 hours to set up just to do this video, so it's crazy. But anywho, let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to mix up our meat. And so the meat that we're gonna use is gonna be pork, ground pork and ground beef. Some people like to use veal. See, I'm the cooking guy. But I don't use veal. I'm anti-veal. I mean, realistically, I guess it doesn't matter, right? They all go to slaughter, but I don't know. I feel bad about an animal that doesn't see the light of day, you know, and then we eat it. So anywho, pork sausage and actually it's not pork sausage, ground pork. But there's something special about this ground pork because it's actually already seasoned for Italian sausage. So it takes part of the work that I have to do out of the equation. And it gives you that really nice flavor. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna mix our ingredients for our meatballs. And don't get intimidated. It looks like a lot of ingredients, but it really isn't. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a tin to put our meat in. Okay. So first things first. So I'm just gonna dump in my ground pork, and I had some onions on top here, just because I didn't want to waste the rest of the onion. Okay. All right. So that's the first part, and then we're gonna put our 2 teaspoons of salt, pepper. Let me put that guy there, right? Is that better? Okay. 2 teaspoons of salt. And I'm just going to stack these so these will go away and you won't feel as intimidated. Garlic powder. Onion powder. Parmesan cheese. Panko breadcrumbs, or Italian breadcrumbs. Or you can use old bread if you have it. Ricotta cheese, this keeps it moist. See, all the cups are gone. You guys are scared for nothing. And the last bit is going to be parsley. You know what I forgot? I forgot the eggs. So it's also supposed to have a couple of eggs in there. So let me grab those. Give me 1 second. Luckily the fridge is right here. And I can just reach in. And grab the eggs. Alright, so these are those industrial size eggs like Gabby calls them. Heavily armored, resistant to damage. You're just going to want to put 2 eggs in there. Oop, I lost the shell. There we go. Now let's put on a new set of gloves, because what we're going to do next is we're going to mix these bad boys up. And we don't want to stick our hands in there. I mean, some people do, you know. I'm only going to eat it for myself, so I guess it really doesn't matter, but it's kind of gross. And then my, oh man, I ripped the glove. My family in LA was like, dude, you have to touch the meat, bro. It's not a show if you don't touch the meat. So I'm like, okay. I'll make a show with the... I'll wear gloves. Alright, so let me just get the glove on and then we'll get cracking. And I'm probably going to edit out this portion of the video just simply because I don't want you guys seeing me take 15 minutes to put the darn gloves on. So what ended up happening was, I saw, like, I must have watched 30 videos, okay, and where people were making meatball subs. Now, I only caught 2 that I thought were amazing, and I wanted to share it with you guys. The first one was made by Sam the Cooking Guy. So my wife says he's irritating because she thinks he's boring, but I don't think he's boring. I think he's awesome. So anyways, his meatball sub was the bomb, so he uses the veal. Okay. The next one was from Gennaro, and he's also on YouTube, and he's Italian, I think, or from some, maybe Greek, I don't know. Anyways, his video was pretty on point too, but he put like celery and carrots and all that stuff. So if you're intimidated by my big little cups here, you're gonna be mind blown by what he put in his. But it looked good, I ain't gonna lie. The only difference in mine is instead of using a roll and just kind of putting stuff on it, I toasted mine and I turned it into garlic bread with melted Parmesan inside. So when I put my meatballs in there, they're gonna already have Parmesan in there. Alright, so let's start mixing. I hate mixing the meat. I'm gonna make my lunch. It's amore. And so, with all these ingredients that we put in there, for one, they're all for flavor, right? Because we want the maximum flavor that we can in that little punch that we're gonna pack in there. Because if we're gonna do it, we might as well go for the gusto. You know what I'm saying? But I already tried this recipe one time, just to make sure that the taste was consistent with what I thought it was gonna be, and I was more than impressed. It was amazing. It feels weird not having the lovely assistant here. It's like I feel like I'm talking to myself, like one of those old people with the cats, you know. And I'm just sitting here and I'm talking alone, and then people are outside listening, like, who the hell's Roger talking to? But I'm talking to you guys, so I'm not alone. But anywho, yeah, they're on vacation, so they're gonna be gone a while. And all you want to do is just fold in the meat into itself, just like this, and then make sure everything's nicely mixed together. And then once it's all mixed, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on our little stovetop here, and we're gonna brown our meatballs. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna turn on the little stove thing that I have here. I'm gonna transition my camera over so you guys can see, and you guys aren't left out the mix. Oh, look, we got angles now. What? Roger's got angles now? Okay, so let's get her started, and then we'll start cooking. Or maybe we should switch sides, huh? Come on. Come on, little stovetop. There we go. And so the temperature that we want is right around 400 degrees. Because we want them to cook, but we don't want them to cook super, super fast. We're gonna steam these suckers a little bit. And so basically you want like about a golf ball size. And so basically I'm gonna make extras because I love meatballs. And so this way I have enough to make something at a later date. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw those in there. one by one until I got the whole pan full. And then I'll save the rest for tomorrow. I might even make a video on spaghetti and meatballs tomorrow. What do you guys think? You guys want to learn how to make some spaghetti and meatballs? Well, this is already the foundation right here. Like, you're already cheating because you're going to be one up, you know, from everybody else. You're going to know the secrets. But, so these meatballs, not only did I learn this from Sam, the cooking guy, but there was this old lady that my mom used to clean the house for. Her name was Julie Giordano. Oh my goodness. I loved Julie Giordano. She was Sicilian. That lady had no filter, okay? And it was funny too because she used to try to dress all sexy and stuff. And, but she made the best meatballs on the entire planet. And I remember watching her make them just like this. The ricotta cheese is important. Some people will tell you to put milk. Some people put like buttermilk in there, but I think that the flavor comes from the ricotta. The ricotta is really, really good. So see, just golf ball size, kind of. And we're just gonna, you know, keep making them until my pan is full. And then what we're gonna do next is we're gonna make our own sauce. So right there, you got the foundation for the spaghetti and meatballs. The only thing you gotta do then is make the pasta, and you're golden, you know? Your husband or boyfriend or whatever is gonna be like, what? I'll tell you how to make pasta from scratch. Or spaghetti and meatballs from scratch, you know? Big Rog. On the menu, Cooking with Roger and Gabby. See, it pays to be in quarantine and watch these shows. But, so with the egg that we put in there, they're gonna hold their shape. And they're just going to cook in there nice and gentle. And once they're done, we're going to make our sub. Now, I didn't show you guys the baking of the bread because I was outside and I wanted to make sure I didn't get burned while I was trying to film. So I apologize for that. But there'll be a moment. I'll teach you guys how to make garlic bread. Like real garlic bread. Italian style garlic bread. Not that Texas toast stuff you buy in the frozen aisle. That's not garlic bread, bro. Alright. Whew. Yeah, quite a bit of meatballs in there. I'm making the meatballs, it's amore. People are like, man, Roger's crazy. He lost it. Quarantine affected his brain. See? And I got to touch meat and I didn't get it on my hands. Rodrigo. Alright, almost done. I think maybe like 4 or 5 more. We should be good to go. And so, you guys are probably watching in the skillet what I'm doing. And we're just, you know, just set them apart a little bit so that they don't fall apart. And then we'll make our sauce. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I try to include more angles because I figured people sometimes are visual learners and they want to see what's going on. I'm a visual learner, you know. I learn by watching. So when I watch Sam the cooking guy or watch some of my other favorite guys that I watch on YouTube, I don't be watching guys. I mean the cooking shows. I learn from watching. I'm not really like write down the recipe kind of guy. I mean I can do it. Don't get me wrong, right? And I'm going to include the written recipe in here as well, in case you want to just write it down and be like, I don't want to watch Roger. Roger's boring, right? Like my wife with Sam the cooking guy. So there. Take off my gloves. All done. All right. So we're going to put this in the fridge, okay? Be right back. Don't look at my butt. And let's put our lid on there so that these guys can start cooking gently. Alright, so see, half the thing's gone. You guys were all scared of nothing. Alright. We're gonna make sauce now. And you guys are gonna be mind blown when you see the sauce. You will never, okay, I have to say this. You will never, ever buy spaghetti sauce ever again. When you see me make this, you're gonna be like, no way, dude. Yes, way. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay? And this one was a culmination of everybody's sauces. Okay, so it started off with Sam the Cooking Guy. Yes, he's my favorite. And then after that, it was Gennaro, and then there's a lady named Teresa, and so that's how it's gone so far. This is mozzarella cheese. We're gonna save that for later. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna get our little stovetop here going, and let me switch sides so then you can see. Okay. Bam! There we go. Now you got another angle. What's up? All right. So I'm gonna turn this guy down a little bit. We're gonna turn this guy to 800 degrees. Okay. Now you may not be able to measure it on your stove, but I mean I have the stove tops that I can measure them, so that's kind of where it's at. You want the oil hot, but not too hot. Okay. Because then it starts to crackle, and then that's not good. We want it to cook slow, but we want the oil to cook, right? So we're gonna put a cup of olive oil. Okay. 1 cup gone. Okay. And then we're gonna throw in our onions. See, you want that little sizzle. You hear that sizzle? Yeah, that's what we're looking for. If it's not sizzling, it's not cooking. So we need that. Okay. And we want everybody wet. We want everybody to get in the pool. Okay. Because once these onions render down inside of the olive oil, that's what's gonna give it the flavor. Okay. Woo! It already starting to smell good, y'all. All right. Next ingredient, garlic. Now there's like 5 cloves in here. I like a lot of garlic. You can put as much garlic or as little garlic as you like, but for me, the garlic makes the recipe. Okay. Now, you want to do a rough chop, and you want them kind of big because garlic burns fast. If you make them really, really small, they will burn and they'll stick to the pan. Now, remember that scene from Goodfellas where they're in prison and they're slicing the garlic all thin? The reason they do that is because it'll melt in the pan. So instead of it burning, it just turns into liquefied, right? And that's another alternative. So if you have the patience to do that, I mean, this took me a long time to set this up. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I have the patience for all that. Now, we're going to talk about this for a little bit while that cooks. So this is our crushed tomatoes. Now, some people will use whole tomatoes and crush them themselves. Sam the Cooking Guy likes to crush his with his hands in the pot. I don't like all that because I'm not trying to get all messy. So crushed tomatoes are good enough for me. I buy the Italian style, and you can get them any brand. So like he uses San Marzano, but I use the regular Walmart ones. I mean, I've had both. I think the Walmart brand has a better taste. That's my personal opinion. Okay. So I'm gonna make extra. This is gonna be way more than what I need, especially the meatballs. It's gonna be way more than what I need. But you know, for lunch tomorrow, I might want me a meatball sub. So, or for tomorrow's dinner, since the girls aren't home, I might make spaghetti and meatballs, right? And it's already done, and you could save it, right? So it's not gonna go bad. If you make extra, so this right here is a pound. This is one of the medium-sized cans that's in the store. It's 1 pound or 28 ounces. But if you want to make a big batch, you can freeze it. You can stick that sucker in the freezer, and then next time you guys are gonna have a big family meal, bust out your little gallon-sized Ziploc bag, throw that sucker in the saucepan, and let it melt down, and then you have sauce, and everybody's gonna be like, "Wow, how did you make this good sauce so fast?" Yeah, it was frozen. All right. Oh, it's not time. It's not time yet. Okay. So the next ingredient we're gonna put in here is gonna be red wine. I like red wine for cooking. I like the flavor that it gives the sauce. It gives it kind of a sweetness and bitterness at the same time, and it's really, really good. And it's good for you. Okay, so that's the next one. Oh, that smell! Woo, child. We're gonna let that alcohol render down a little bit. Mix in there with our onions and our garlic. Excellent. Okay. So the next two ingredients is going to be salt. 2 teaspoons of salt. 2 teaspoons of pepper. Oregano. Thyme. And basil. We just killed all those little cups, okay? Oh man. That's all my aromatics right there. Blended in with that wine. Woo, child. Okay. So now I'm going to put in my crushed tomatoes. And now what we're going to do is we're going to let those guys simmer. And we're going to let all those flavors cook together. The olive oil, our aromatics, our tomato sauce, our wine, all of those. Okay. And then I'm going to do the whole can because, like I said, I want extra. And there it goes. And I know this seems like kind of tedious, but it makes it a lot easier once you are going to wash the dishes. But I hate washing dishes. That's the thing I hate the most. Okay, there's 2 ingredients left. We're going to put in brown sugar, and that's going to add a sweetness. That's 2 tablespoons, or 2 teaspoons. And then red pepper flakes, and just to give it a little kick. Okay. And that's all our cups. You guys were scared for nothing. Mix that in there nice and good. And then you want to taste it. You don't want to rely on the fact that Roger steered you 100% good. Which I wouldn't steer you guys wrong anyways. Come on now. But yeah, see this little lonely one? This is mozzarella cheese. That's gonna go on our sub once it's done. You guys want to see my bread? I'm gonna switch over the camera so you guys can see. Bam! Look at that. That's gonna be in our sub bread. So I made garlic bread, and then we're gonna put our little meatballs on there, and our sauce, and then bam! Let our sauce simmer a little bit, and we're gonna check on our meatballs and see how they're doing. I'm making the meatballs, it's amore. I'm gonna turn down the sauce because I'm gonna burn it. So I think that we need to flip these guys. Probably need to add a little bit of water too. Man, once I uncover that thing, whoo! The aroma in there is like, wow, dude. You know what? We didn't put any wine in there. We should put some wine in there. I just so happen to have some wine here. Sorry, babe. I'm using the wine to cook. Don't be mad, okay? When you come home, I'll make you something good. Alright. So, we're going to crank these guys up a little bit because this is only a 30-minute show and we got to make sure these are done. Doo-doo-doo. And be gentle, okay? Because they'll fall apart. Maybe I should just leave them for a little bit. See, they're gonna start to get brown here. Ooh, child. And I'm not talking Mexican brown. Just a nice little color. Flip, baby, flip. Flip, baby, flip. Flip, baby, flip. You know, I want this quarantine thing to be over, like yesterday, because I could invite some of y'all over. We could have meatball subs. We could watch the game. I mean, can't go to the game, but at least we could watch it. Watch it on TV or something. I heard hockey's coming back or something. And they're gonna play like in this empty arena. But I mean, at least they get to play, man. We get to watch something. Okay, see how nice and brown they're coming out? They're gonna be good. Okay, let's check on our sauce here. Dun, dun, dun. Check our sauce. Woo, look at that. I can't wait to taste that. Can't wait to taste that. My goodness. Oh. Woo. Now that's a marinara sauce. We ain't playing here on the menu. We got this all day. So, leave us some comments on what kind of pasta dishes you would like to see us do. And then we'll do our best to accommodate you. Okay. So our sauce, it looks like it's just about done. I want to cook that oil up a little bit because you don't want it to be all oily and stuff. It'll blend. You just gotta keep stirring. Oh, so that was in The Godfather. He said, just keep stirring. If you don't stir it, you're gonna burn the sauce. Just keep stirring. So they were always stirring. And Goodfellas too. He was always telling him to keep stirring, not stop stirring. So when they go to the mattresses, they have to keep stirring. So the reason they gotta keep stirring is because if you don't, it's just got this oily layer on there, and that's gross. We want to have a nice sauce, and then get that oil to cook into your sauce. Get all those aromatics to release their gifts from God. Look at that. Just keep stirring. Let's switch over to our meatballs and see how they're doing. Let's see. Aren't you guys excited? Can't wait, yo. I'm gonna put this mozzarella on there. It's gonna melt all good. See? That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this meatball. Beautiful. Roger makes the beautiful meatballs. It's amore. He doesn't take shortcuts. He makes them right the first time. That's amore. Yeah, I'm crazy, y'all. Especially if I'm left to my own devices. I'm crazy. So, I know we haven't seen each other in a while. What have you guys been up to? Like, I would love to hear comments. You know, I joined this other group, and they're so my first group I joined was with Miss Kayla. It was the Quarantine Cooks. That group is amazing. You guys are all chefs. All y'all. I haven't seen one dish on there that well, maybe one or two, but that I didn't want to eat myself or cook myself. Amazing cooks, right? I joined this other group. I'm not gonna say what the name of it is. I think it's like use recipe or something like that. But anyways, y'all need help. Y'all need more than Jesus. People on there comment, what's a good recipe for ground beef? Are you serious? Make a hamburger. And make some meatballs. It's amore. Okay, our sauce is just about done. Just about done, y'all. Just about done. My shirt was riding up. Okay. So now what we're going to do is... I can't wait. They're going to be amazing. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. I want y'all to see this when I do it. Pour some sauce on the garlic bread. It's amore. Oh, my mouth is watering so much right now, guys. I can't wait to eat it. I know it looks more like a chunky salsa. Don't be hating. But I wish you guys could be here and just smell it and taste it. You know what? When quarantine's over, we're gonna have a cook-off or some kind of a cooking thing, and I'm gonna invite all you guys over. And we're gonna have a truck bed full of beer and drinks and stuff. Man, we're gonna get down. We can't be all stuck in our house forever. That's what I'm saying. I miss you guys. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my meatballs over to my sauce and start putting that mozzarella on there. Oh, mozzarella. So soft and so moist. That's gonna be our bed for our meatballs. It's a spicy meatball. I miss you so much, I could die. Oh my gosh, y'all. How many do you think will fit on that bread? Like 6? Probably 6, huh? Let's get the best 6 ones. The best. My mouth is watering. Okay, so that's 5. One more. And take this guy in the middle. And the rest of these bad boys, you guys get to stay in the pool. Oh, I'm not even letting you guys see the action. What's wrong with me? There we go. I'm gonna get some sauce on there. Oh man, so good. Okay, and now we plate. So top as the bottom. Stay, spicy meatball. Oh my gosh! I gotta put cheese as I go. And who cares if it's messy? It's gonna get all over the place. Who cares? Just do it. Put it on there. Oh, man. I'm the most horrible person ever. I'm just teasing you guys with my mozzarella. And you guys aren't going to see this part, but next time I'm going to take this bad boy outside and I'm going to bake it some more. Mozzarella.